Karma, the truth behind the law of attraction. Most people have heard of karma, and they know that it's the Buddhist and Hindu philosophy of paying for the past sins in the present. Actually, the term karma is Hindi. The Buddhists refer to it as skandha. And what most people are unaware of is that the principle of karma is not unique to either religion, because it also has its roots in early Christianity with the phrase, "As you sow, so shall you reap." And it goes back as far as the ancient Babylonian culture, in which it was known as the Hammurabi Code, so named after Hammurabi, a Babylonian emperor. He said, "An eye for an eye, and a tooth for a tooth." And now, of course, in more modern times, we speak of the very same principle when we say, "What goes around, comes around." So what really is karma? Where does it all begin? How far does it limit us, if indeed it does? Are we the servants of it or its masters? Must we accept it meekly or struggle vigorously against it? And if today is the product of yesterday, and yesterday that of the day before, then how can a really bad person ever find redemption and become good? And perhaps more importantly, is there something we can do about it? Can we influence the karma of the past today to make sure that we don't necessarily have to pay the price for it in the future? Well, at the end of the day, karma is the most important and fundamental universal law, because it underpins the entire foundation of the evolution of our individual and collective consciousness, because it states that we will all eventually get everything that we deserve, either now in this lifetime or at another more appropriate time and place in a future incarnation. Karma is the ultimate natural justice system that through the Akashic records stores the checks and balances of our lives from our every thought, feeling, emotion, decision, motive, action and reaction. All that we are and have ever been at any particular point in time and space is the cumulative cosmic score that adds up to nothing more or less than where we find ourselves and in what circumstances in the present moment. Karma is as certain as the law of gravity. You can believe in it or not, but a fall can still hurt like hell when you hit the ground. But unlike accidental falls, where there's no motive to injure ourselves or another person, karma is heavily impacted by motive. And so even the decision not to do something or not to make a decision has its own karmic consequences. The purpose of this audio workshop is to provide you with a thorough working knowledge of the principles of karma, so that you may be better equipped to neutralize any bad karma that comes your way and be more able to overcome some of the karmic debts that you've carried with you into this lifetime. In other words, this audio will empower you to break the karmic chains that currently bind you to a past that can ultimately be acknowledged, learned from, and moved beyond. Karma is often seen as a curse instead of the blessing that it really is, because karma can be strengthening. It can be a guiding force that enables us to grow, evolve, and act with greater clarity and wisdom in the future. Like all of the natural universal laws, it binds the ignorant and gives power to the wise. Karma, however, is not just one of the many universal laws. It is the foremost of all of them. But remember that karma is not about rewards or punishments. It is simply about outcomes, both the desired and the undesired. Nothing is correct or incorrect when it comes to the workings of karma, merely what they are and what they create. Free will dictates that each of us has embarked upon a unique and highly individual journey, and our arrival at the ultimate destination will take us whatever time it takes. This is not a race, but it is one that we can speed up or slow down in accordance with what we learn about the karmic law through living and being. Closely aligned with the laws of cause and effect, action and reaction, karma sees in every happening a double fact. What caused the event in the past will always have an effect in the future. There really are no rewards or punishments when it comes to karma, merely a series of consequences of our overall behavior otherwise known as cause and effect. The ultimate dilemma, of course, is that man was given free will, and so it is that he may choose to disregard the universal laws as much as he likes, but ultimately they will triumph. If we throw ourselves off of a building to see if we can fly, and consequently fall heavily to the ground, we do not break the law of gravity. We merely disregard it, and our fall proves its truth. Because of this, the ignorant are helpless in the grip of the universal laws, living their lives unconsciously and often using those very laws to work against them. A wise person who knows and understands the laws and their impacts upon the present will live more consciously and in the moment, and so influencing both their impact and influence over the future. This is perhaps the one time in which ignorance is definitely not bliss, but a missed opportunity. Human beings are continually causing effects, both consciously and unconsciously. The more that we understand how to work with the universal laws and nature's conditions, the more we can bring about the effects that we desire and prevent the events that we would rather avoid.